Most people think attraction is created only through touch, a hand on the shoulder, a lingering kiss, a hug that lasts a little too long. But modern psychology says something different. Attraction often begins in the mind. The words we choose, the tone we use, even the pauses between sentences, all of these shape how another person feels around us. When communication is authentic, confident, and emotionally tuned in, it activates the same areas of the brain responsible for pleasure, trust, and anticipation. Welcome back to Wise Wellness. I'm Emma, and today we're exploring the science of verbal intimacy, how words create emotional connection and desire. By the end of this episode, you'll understand. 1. The psychology of why language can create attraction. 2. How tone and pacing influence emotional chemistry. 3. 5 practical steps to communicate in a way that builds warmth, curiosity, and trust. 4. Common mistakes that unintentionally weaken connection. Let's start with why words are so powerful. Research from the Journal of Sexual Medicine and Harvard University's Mind-Brain Lab has shown that emotional anticipation triggers the same reward centers as physical touch. When we hear language that engages imagination, describing feelings, moments, or sensations, our brains release dopamine and oxytocin. Dopamine creates pleasure and focus. Oxytocin creates bonding and emotional trust. This is why storytelling, attentive listening, and descriptive communication can feel magnetic. They activate the imagination. They make the listener feel understood and desired without a single physical action. Think about it like this. Words are invisible touch. They build emotional bridges long before physical closeness ever happens. Common communication, mistakes that break connection. Many people misunderstand this concept. They jump into surface compliments. You're beautiful. You're so hot. You're perfect. While those words sound nice, they rarely build real connection because they're generic. The human brain responds to specificity and emotion, not repetition. Saying, "I love how your laugh changes the whole energy of the room" is far more meaningful than "you're cute." Another mistake is using overly direct or aggressive language when emotional trust hasn't been built. Connection is about pacing. It's about reading energy, not forcing intensity. The key is to focus on emotional engagement before intensity. When your communication feels safe, authentic, and specific, attraction follows naturally. Now that you understand the science, let's explore the 5-step framework for verbal intimacy, how to use tone, language, and timing to build deep emotional chemistry that lasts. Step 1. Set the emotional tone. Your voice is more than sound. It's a signal. When you speak slowly, with calm confidence and steady rhythm, it activates feelings of safety and focus in the listener's brain. Studies from the University of Aberdeen found that lower-pitched, slower voices are often rated as more trustworthy and appealing. But it's not about pretending to sound different. It's about being present. Speak from a grounded place. Let your tone show sincerity, not performance. A steady voice says, "You can relax here." That emotional stability is what builds comfort, and comfort is the foundation of closeness. Step 2. Paint a picture with words. Humans think in images, not data. When you describe something vividly, the listener's mind begins to experience it. Instead of saying, "I like spending time with you," say, "I love the way everything else fades out when we talk." Descriptive language engages the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain linked to imagination and emotion. When you speak with imagery, sounds, colors, emotions, sensations, you make communication felt instead of just heard. This doesn't have to be romantic. It can be emotional or poetic. It's peaceful being near you. Your laugh feels like sunlight. That level of description turns a moment into a memory. Step 3. Make it about the other person. True connection grows when you show that you're paying attention. Instead of focusing on what you want to say, reflect what they make you feel or notice about them. Be specific and authentic. I noticed you always pause before answering. It makes me feel like you really listen. That small detail builds trust and respect. In psychology, this is called personal attunement, recognizing someone's individuality through mindful observation. When you make someone feel seen, you build emotional intimacy. Step 4. Create anticipation. Through curiosity. Attraction is built on tension and timing. When you rush, the mind has no space to imagine. When you pause, the imagination fills the silence. Ask thoughtful, open-ended questions that spark curiosity. What's something that always makes you feel calm? What do you think about right before you fall asleep? Moments of pause make the listener engage emotionally, not just mentally. This kind of curiosity isn't about control. It's about connection through mystery. When someone feels emotionally stimulated, their brain releases dopamine, the chemical of excitement and reward. That's how you create anticipation with respect. Step 5. Encourage honest expression. The deepest connections happen when both people feel safe to express what they feel. Invite honesty gently. I like hearing what you think, even if it's different from me. What made that moment feel special to you? When you show that emotional openness is welcome, you activate oxytocin, the bonding hormone. That sense of acceptance deepens trust and emotional desire. Remember, intimacy isn't built through perfection. It's built through comfort, safety, and genuine curiosity. When you combine all 5 steps, tone, imagery, empathy, anticipation, and openness, you create a kind of communication that lingers. It's not manipulation, it's mindfulness. It's learning to speak in a way that honors how emotions and language are intertwined. Because words, when spoken with awareness, have energy. They can calm anxiety, awaken imagination, and build closeness that touch alone could never reach. In a moment, we'll wrap up this episode by exploring how to maintain verbal intimacy, the daily communication habits that keep connection alive long after the first spark. Maintaining verbal intimacy. Over time, connection isn't built in grand gestures. It's sustained in small moments done with intention. Most people think attraction fades naturally over time, but in reality, it fades when communication becomes routine. When words lose energy, relationships lose depth. Verbal intimacy isn't about constant compliments or forced emotion. It's about staying emotionally aware of the other person's inner world. Every day, you have opportunities to speak warmth into someone's heart. A simple, "I thought of you today," a calm, "I appreciate how you handled that," or even, "You make ordinary things feel lighter." Those phrases create emotional reassurance, and that reassurance keeps connection alive long after the first spark. It's not about saying more. It's about saying things that mean more. Building a habit of presence. Here's a small daily exercise you can practice. 1 pause before you speak. Take a breath, feel your body relax, and focus on being present. When you slow down, your tone naturally deepens, and presence always sounds confident. 2. Reflect emotion, not just content. If someone shares something stressful, avoid rushing to fix it. Instead, mirror their feeling gently. "That sounds like it really challenged you. You must have felt relieved when that ended." Empathy creates chemistry. It's not logic that draws people closer, it's understanding. 3. Use your voice as calm energy. When your tone stays steady and sincere, it becomes grounding. A voice people trust, remember, and crave hearing again. Your voice can literally become a safe space. According to studies from the Gottman Institute and Stanford University, relationships that maintain emotional communication see higher satisfaction and lower anxiety. Why? Because language creates predictability, and predictability creates safety. When people know they can talk to you without judgment or performance, they attach, not out of dependency, but out of peace. That's the secret most never learn. Emotional security is attraction. It's what turns interest into devotion. Every word you speak carries vibration, tone, and emotion. It can heal, inspire, and build attraction when it's used consciously. So the next time you talk to someone special, remember, connection isn't about saying the perfect thing. It's about being fully present when you say it, because presence is rare, and in a world full of noise, the person who listens deeply and speaks softly, that's the person no one forgets. If today's episode helped you understand yourself and others more deeply, take a second to support the community. Comment below. What's one phrase that made you feel truly seen by someone? I'd love to hear your stories. Give this video a like. It helps the message reach more people. And subscribe to Wise Wellness, where I, Emma, share calm psychology-based insights on love, communication, and emotional intelligence every week. Because when we learn to speak with empathy and awareness, we don't just communicate, we connect.